Welcome to the next episode of Pajama Drama. Welcome back. I have had the realization that there is one way to end clutter for good. Simple concept, not as easy to execute. But once you do, you can end clutter forever. Just as I discussed in my video called Budget Tip with the Biggest Impact, How to Stay Out of Debt Forever. Remember that video when I basically solved all your life problems? Just as that answer was the bare bones of what needed to be done to make your budget work, this is the bare bones on what you need to end clutter. And that is have a place for everything. A place for everything and everything in its place. I cannot tell you the clutter problems I have had and sometimes continue to have because I don't have a proper place for that item. Let's talk about my wardrobe first, a realization I had just recently. I have a certain amount of hangers and I have a certain amount of drawer space. I did not have enough to accommodate the clothing that I have. I like to hang shirts that are not t-shirts, dresses, skirts, sweatshirts, sweaters, maybe some other things. I like to fold t-shirts, pants, and a few other things. But what was happening was when I finished the laundry, my drawers were packed, my hangers, every single one of them was used, and then I had a pile of clothing left. So guess where those went? In a pile on the floor or in a pile on my chair. Because where was I gonna put them? I didn't have a place for them. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought 14 more hangers. This solved my pile problem. The other place I was really struggling with was in my kitchen. Somehow I had accumulated more Tupperware than anyone will ever use. My parents had sent me home with a few meals, so I had a couple stacked up that I hadn't returned yet. I had a couple that are so gross and stained and would never to be used again that I needed to discard. And then I didn't have a place for all that remained. And guess what was happening? I would open the cabinets and it looked like a clown car, but with Tupperware. So what happens in your kitchen when you don't have a place in a drawer or a pantry space, a cabinet? You pile it up on your countertops. This is a huge no-no for me. I do not like things on my counters. I like clean counters so that when I come home with groceries, I can put things down freely. I don't like my kitchen table filled with stuff so that it's just messy and slobby. And this has happened to me. This happens to me still when I don't have a place for everything. So for the kitchen, what I did was I ripped out everything in the cabinets. I wish I would have filmed all this, but I just had that spark of motivation and I didn't stop to film. I just went for it. But I had a big mess on my hands, stuff just everywhere. I didn't have things stacked neatly. I didn't have things in places that made sense. There was this over here and a pan over here and a pot over here. And why is this not together? And sorting things that make sense together is a nice strategy. But in the end, you just have to have a place for everything. And if you don't have a place for everything, you need to reevaluate. Can I get rid of this thing? Or can I get rid of something else so that I can have a place for it? That is the answer. A place for everything and everything in its place. Do you find that when you have a place for everything, it's not so stressful to just put things where they belong? You have a utensil tray, the spoons go here, the forks go here, the knives go here, the cooking utensils go here. If you have a place for everything, it's not stressful or discouraging to put them back where they belong because that's where they belong. That's their little home, and it's easy to bring them home. But when you don't have a place for them and you just pile things up, that's where the clutter really gets at you. And that has been my life, mostly my entire life, despite my mother and father both teaching me this lesson early in life. Maybe your parents have taught it to you too, but for some reason it didn't sink in. Today, I hope it sinks in for you because it's a game changer. Here's underneath now. I'm showing you the after. So there's a crock pot down there. My pot's a little bit of storage. Look, these are all the things. I make my eggs, etc. Tupperware, and my toaster. And that is where I can find everything, and it makes sense to me. But this was, before I would open this up and everything would fall out, and it was really frustrating. There are many ways to attack this. You could use the Marie Kondo method. You could go room by room. There's many different ways, but wherever you decide to start somewhere and make sure everything has its place. And if it doesn't have a place, maybe it doesn't have a place in your home. Let me know in the comments right now, where is that place for you? Is it a junk drawer? Is it your closet? Is it your kitchen? This month, I am declaring Awesome August. If you caught my live on Sunday, I am talking about how awesome I want August to be. Awesome August. And my challenge to you this month is to pick one of those hotspots that is full of clutter and that you are purposely avoiding because not everything has its spot, and tackle it, handle it. Take care of your business, KSquad. One area this month, just one area. I will show you a video later on this month of another area that I need to tackle. That was a very small example in the kitchen, but honestly, now it has been such a better experience being in my kitchen because I don't open that up and everything fall out and just be really discouraging. But I have 2 other hotspots. I will try to make sure I record at least one so that you can get what I'm talking about. But please take a minute to think about, where is my hotspot? Leave it in the comments and tackle it.
Hi, KSquad.
Here's my baby Kaden if you haven't met him yet.
Listen to my mom.
Thanks, babe. Listen to Kaden. He knows what he's talking about. I look forward to reading all of your comments and where your hotspots are. Let me know when you've handled it. If you follow me on Instagram, or if you haven't, please take a second to come follow me. Send me a picture of what your before and after is. I would love to see your progress. Just one spot. Just one. Just one. You can do it.
You can do it.
Let's end clutter for good. We're tired of it. It's frustrating. There is nothing better right now than coming into my kitchen and everything is in its place. There is a place for everything. So then when I'm done eating off of a plate, I just clean it off and I put it right back. Or if I use a utensil for something, just wash it off and put it right back. If I use a pan, I just wash it off and I put it right back because there's a place for it. A place for everything. And everything in its place. I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next video. Can't wait to hear what your hotspot was and how you accomplished this.
Thank you for watching, KSquad.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.
Bye.